Äntligen klart. Vad väntar jag nu för?
Första turnering också eller?
Självklart.
Man ska kasta.
Herman. Köpte den då och in hit. Måste ju reppa. Måste ju reppa.
But not here. I went. So you can search somewhere else.
Ja, det tycker jag är så bra.
På väg i skorna nu gubbar, så ser vi tillsammans här borta. 2 minuter på er.
Den ligger här borta den. Bara, här ligger den där. Den ligger där. På den.
Let's go Josef!
Kom!
Om vi vinner på år.
Jag ska framifrån. Det får vara gott ut. Båda. Ja, men det är inte det som är det svåra. Det är nästa. Det är ingenting.
Hello Stockholm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the commentators, Edita Emertod and Christian Säter. It's very nice to see you in there. We are following the game that is played between KFM Linköping from Linköping in Sweden and Ogres in Latvia.
Yeah, and we have the opening poll coming here now.
So Christian, what are we expecting of the game?
I'm expecting a lot of indoor style play. Both of these teams come from nations where we see a lot of scoobers, hammers on the break side, and I think they're going to be using this to the full potential. Linköping is going to be aiming to play on their tall guys and some of their fast guys, especially Joel, which we're going to see coming into the picture here. He's going to be doing a lot of work for Linköping.
Oh, and the first turn.
Very nice team.
And a very quick score. I don't know what happened there, but it looked like Linköping was just playing to a completely not free player.
Absolutely, just a straight run through D.
So there was maybe, I don't know, was it the nerves? Are they nervous? I heard that this is kind of that this should be a crossover game between getting into the bracket of 9 to 16 or 17 to 24, is that?
Yeah, so it's the bracket to 9 to 16, and then you have a lower pool of 5 teams fighting for 17th to 21st. So
this is an important game?
Exactly, neither wants to lose this.
Ooh.
And there we see another kind of an unforced error again for Linköping.
It looked almost like the same situation.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for them. If they give up 2 breaks off the get-go, that's going to be a hard hole to dig out of. They do have the advantage of coming out on offense after the half, but it's still not pleasant. And Ogres give it back on a bit of a too long shot there.
Yeah, it was another high shot that was attempted. He was, I have to be, like, fair enough, he was completely free, I would say. But the throw didn't turn out like it was attempted to.
Absolutely not. If it came out like a blade, that could have been a goal, but it did not. And we have a turnover, and Linköping with the opportunity for a dirty hold here.
Yeah, they seem to be struggling with their offense at the moment.
Yeah, they are being kept in this box in the back of their end zone. This is Callan territory.
Yeah.
They are going to want to send it, I think. And a bit of an unfortunate miscommunication between teammates there.
Yeah, I think what Linköping is doing at the moment is that they have double cuts to the same positions, and then it's very hard to tell who's actually in charge of getting the disc, and this is what exactly happened again.
Absolutely. But if they can clean up that, then they do have good players, so they're not out of the game in any way, shape or form, even if they give up this break. And a very nice rundown upline cut from Ogres there.
Yeah, this is kind of what I'm expecting of the game a bit. I think I would say from what I can tell and what I can see, Ogres is way younger than Linköping. I know that Linköping has been maximizing how many players they could take to this tournament, as they had enough players over 35 so that they could take in additional subs.
And to just remind people of those rules, you have kind of a maximum roster size of 8 people. However, people over the age of 35 count for half of one. So Linköping has a total of...
I can count here. It is... I think it looks like they only have 10 players, but that also means that they at least have 4 players that are 35 or older.
Yeah, and it gives them the nice luxury of having 2 full lines if they want to, making sure everyone can rest each round as needed. And Linköping, after a bit of a wild pull, comes in about midway down the field. They managed to get a dump, but now they are being forced even further back. Nice pass there.
I just wanted to say I didn't see the high game of Linköping yet, but there it was. And this is how they scored. Like a high disc thrown by Cyril Meyer to Jonathan Törnqvist.
Yeah, very nice. Now we can see Linköping on starting on defense for the first time. They are going to be eager to get those breaks back. They are down 2 breaks. Ogres with their first offensive start of the game. let's see how they do, if they can have an efficient offense.
Yeah, I mean, it might be the first point that their O-line is playing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If they have an O-line, because they only have 8 players, so... and with a long shot, a lot of bumping between each other.
Very heavy on the contact, and a foul is called. Very understandably so, I would say.
To be fair, both of them were, were fouling each other, but the question was who started the fouling and how did it affect? We only saw
the replay of the foul being called.
Yes. They are still discussing on the field. There's somebody on the sideline lifting the hand. Maybe they should have a look at.
Yeah. And I would say in either case, you could argue that this is offsetting fouls and the disc should go back. Okay. They've come to a resolution, the foul is accepted.
So the Ogre player is getting the disc on the end zone line.
Yep. So let's see if they can use this red zone opportunity they have now. So far, it's been very clean on their offense.
And it was a clean jump in by number 16. Rainer Splinte, if I pronounce any Latvian names in any way how they are supposed to be pronounced. But yeah, this was one of another one of Ogre's very fast play.
Yeah, and as we've talked about, this is kind of what we are expecting right now. They are utilizing this speed and agility advantage they have to get open seemingly when they want to. Let's see how it goes back for them on defense. They are still up 2 breaks, so they are in a comfortable position here, but they cannot take the foot off the pedal because Linköping could easily come back into this.
Yeah, I think at the moment the problem of the game for Linköping was not that much that Ogre was putting on this amazing D. It was more Linköping cutting to the same spaces, which might also have been forced by an amazing D. I don't know, but let's see whether they can clean it up and just cut one cut at a time.
Yeah, and they have a good situation for it now with another Ogres pull that went very wild and giving the Linköping the disc on the sideline immediately. And we see a foul accepted immediately.
Strip foul called. It was quite obvious. It looked like he was just about to maybe fake or throw it.
Yeah. In either case, disc stays with Linköping, who still has their opportunity on O now. Kolbeinsson with the disc to Joel, and who immediately just moves it around. And that was very nice sequence by Linköping as they managed to keep the disc in movement and utilize that.
Yeah, and a very nice break assist to Ollie Gray.
Yeah, and you can see here how they set it up.
Yeah, they were swinging it from one side to the other until they had a, I don't know, I wouldn't say wide open player, but slightly open player to play to.
And a player they know they can trust pass it to, and most of the time it'll work out.
Johan Sandell from Linköping with a pull.
And Linköping has had the clearly better pulls so far this game. Ogres' 2 pulls have both just went off to the side.
Oh, a very nice break throw, almost all over the field.
Absolutely.
And a scuba for the score.
Yeah. Very nice. One could suggest that the Linköping player there would peel off the person with the disc and try to go for the cutter. But good play on Ogres to just recognize the wide open situation there. And so quick on his feet.
Yeah, I mean, this was 2 break throws for the goal, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't make it easy. They made it hard because they still had to have the throws. It was not only their speed, it was also their throws.
Yeah. So far in this game, Ogres showing that they have a very good arsenal of cutters and handlers. And this time they had a much nicer pull, getting it all the way down into the opposing end zone. Örn Kolbeinsson with the disc to Joel. It's a very recognizable combination. We're going to hear about that later on. They're going to come back to it. Okay.
Ollie Gray with a disc.
Yeah. Up to
Linköping
Joel.
starting to get meters.
Yeah. And this offense is looking a lot cleaner. Putting it out in a trust for Ollie Gray.
Oh. And now we know why they play it to Ollie Gray. That was completely not free at all, but still got the very nice one. He was using his whole body to lean forwards and just snack it out of the air. I mean, to be fair, the Ogre player had a very good position.
Yeah.
And I think this is maybe sometimes if you're in defense and you have the good position, you might not do this tiny little bit of extra because you are so happy with your position that you don't think anyone else will be able to get the disc.
Absolutely. And we see Linköping pulling again. They are going to be needing a break at some point soon. They are still down.
And there it was the break attempt.
Yeah, it was a good try.
But Ogre is still in Callahan country. They are still in their own end zone.
Yeah, assuming we're going to see some deep shots soon. They've been focusing on those for their offensive points. Let's see how if it comes. Right now, they are all quite far back on the field. At a certain point, you had 4 people in the handler space.
It looks like Linköping can actually put a bit more pressure this time.
Yeah.
But there the breakthrow comes, and let's see whether they can capitalize on it. Another break, and kind of easy score.
Yeah.
And it is number 16 again, their scorer.
Blinte.
Yeah, Rainer Blinte.
We'll see if we can keep this tempo up for the rest of the match. We're going to need it, because that's the thing about Hello Stockholm, is the rosters are very small with only 8 players on the Ogres team. So they are going to need to make sure they have energy for the entire game through as well. And we see them pulling again. And again, a very nice pull. After those 2 missed pulls, they seem to have gotten them in line. See on Kolbeson with the disc starting. Ollie Gray coming under, but looked off and a reset.
Oh, that is not very bad, very good position, but they got out of it.
Yeah, and a nice movement now. They've got it about midfields. And a bit of a fumble from Örn, but he still keeps hold to it. Sending it to Joel. Now they are actually making nice attacks, and they're doing a trust pass to Ollie Gray again.
Oh.
Yeah, and for the 3rd time of asking, Ollie Gray still gets the trust pass given to him.
With James Bonneville fan girling from the sideline, congratulating Ollie Gray to his amazing play. I don't think that this was a throw. He expected it, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was maybe a bit too far, but not for Ollie Gray.
I mean, if it's caught, it's not too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he really had to go for that and put his entire body on the line. Very nice layout form. We're probably going to keep seeing more bids from Ollie Gray. I wonder if they're going to cross him over onto a defensive line at some point. Because most likely they are going to have to really put some pressure on Ogres by getting these breaks back. Especially if Ogres score now, they are getting 2 offensive points in a row due to coming out of half after 6 points. They're coming out in offense after the half. And they still put it. A nice
long one.
Very nicely put.
And that was also kind of a trust throw to number 9, Peteris Rosens. He was reading it very well, and in the end it was an easy catch. It was a hard run in the beginning to just then catch it in a nice and easy way.
Yeah.
And this was for halftime, right?
This was for halftime. Ogres is coming out with on offense after halftime, effectively putting them up an extra break because they started on defense and broke twice out of the gate.
Yeah. So what do you think, Christian? What does Linköping have to do to actually be able to get this game?
It's hard to say. They either need to make some sort of adjustment to how they're playing defense, maybe attempt a zone, or they could try to cross over some of their more explosive players onto the D-line. I think we have yet to really see either Joel or Ollie Gray on the D-line, both of which are players who could very well make some big plays and get that disc turned over for them. And they are going to need those plays.
I think their D-line was actually doing all right the past D points. They were pressuring Ogre, but then in the end they still got off this very nice and easy long one.
Yeah, that is true. Linköping is putting a lot of pressure on them, but they still have to generate turnovers, which they haven't been able to so far.
Yeah.
And I think bringing someone over would also give them a bit better of an offensive grip on it if they do get a turnover.
Oh, and there
very
it was.
nice. That's a foul called.
Foul called, strip called, I don't know. What was the call? I mean, a strip foul is also a foul, but the question was, I would love to see the replay because...
so would I. It's hard to tell.
Like in the beginning, I would have to admit that to me it looked like a clean D, but the replay always shows something else. This was probably a strip call, I guess, because I didn't see the body contact. And I have to admit that it didn't look like he had control of the disc, but...
it seems to be accepted in either case. Yeah, it was accepted, disc stayed with 99, and Ogres retained possession. And a valuable opportunity gone there for Linköping.
Yeah, but now Linköping knows that they can pressure them and that they can get Ogre to do those throws that are maybe interceptable. And another scuba. Oh. Yeah, that was nice just catch. A perfect scuba.
Absolutely. 24, they're getting the disc and being the only one with any chance to make a play. Nice catch.
Number 24, Tomasz Lucevic. Let's see who was getting this very nice. Oh, it was Marius Lucevic, so I guess it was his brother. This was a bro pass, I guess.
Sibling connection. Yeah, so Ogre is getting ready to pull. The situation is getting a bit dire for Linköping now with only 8 minutes remaining in the game. Down 3 breaks effectively.
Yeah, and also the setup of this tournament is if the time is over, the point is played, and if one of the teams is leading by 3, then the game is over.
Yeah, and so Ogres is just in the perfect position right now to put that in.
Yeah, Linköping has to work on...
First thing they need to do is just make this hold here.
Yeah.
And they are currently under a lot of pressure from the Ogres player, I would say. But now they get it swing nicely over to Joel. He's looking for the reset, gets the reset. Sends it to Ole Gray with his tongue out. And a nice break for Joel there.
So Linköping is really at the moment playing mainly outdoor style.
Yeah.
And whenever I say things like this, there's the indoor throw coming.
Yeah, well, they made it work, and now they have to really, really pressure the D. They desperately need a break here.
So Joel Stenberg to Joachim Jensjö.
Yeah.
Linköping is under by 2, so that is already a way better position than they had before.
Yeah, however, Ogres is still in the position where if they just keep holding, they will have the 3-point lead.
Yes.
So Linköping is going to need a break. There are still 6.5 minutes left of the game, so there is time, but it's quickly running out with these points going on.
But I think it looks like they have people there on the field that are ready for the D.
Yeah. Cyril Mayer coming in on the mark now. And Ogres is resetting, swinging it. Getting a nice up, and then they
and a long one.
And a nice grab in the air by number 99, Jasulevic. And we'll see if they have the patience. And a nice toe in for the goal.
Number 96, Marius Lucevic.
I believe that was the sibling pass again.
It could be.
Oh no, sorry, it's not. It's 99 to 96.
But that it was one of the siblings getting the goal.
Yeah.
But I think this time, for the first time, I experienced that Linköping was actually pressuring the deep shot very much.
Yeah.
So they were going for a deep battle instead of just letting them Ogre run away and get the deep shot.
Absolutely, and it was a nice battle, but ultimately Ogres did come down with it. And a very nice pull here. And there we hear the 5-minute announcement in the arena.
And also 5 minutes left on our stream, so it's perfectly matched.
Yeah. The disc in Ole Gray's hands. Joel running deep to put some options back to Ann Kolbensson. Sending it up the line, over to Joel. They are getting the swings in Linköping. I think they have really cleaned up their offense after those first 2 breaks, which so far have been the only breaks of the game.
And Joel Stenberg with another assist, this time to Herman Nilsson.
Yeah, no, Linköping is looking so much cleaner now. They are getting the offense they want. They simply need to find these break opportunities.
Yeah, but I also feel that their D-line is actually doing, like they are getting closer and closer to getting the breaks. Last point we even saw a break that then was called, but we also saw a highly contested long height duel.
So let's just see if they have that last little bit to actually get the breaks. We believe in Linköping. See if they can get us to Universe. Make an exciting game.
Oh, if they can, just stop the scoobers of Ogre, and I think everything would be so much easier.
A lot of contact there on that reception.
Yeah.
But nothing called. Ogres really utilizing those scoobers over the top that they can.
But they Linköping might have been talking about these scoobers, because now it looks like their players expect the scoobers to come, and they are really trying to be there before the Ogre player is there.
Absolutely, they are putting a lot of pressure on now. Let's see Ogres how they are doing this red zone offense. These end zones quite big, especially if you compare them to the normal indoor size. And again, a nice toe in.
Yeah, number 16, Rainer Splinter with a very nice toe in. I think Ogre is using the lines very well. They are towing in, maybe a bit cocky. That's what you do when you're young, right? When you don't know better yet. And also when you're up a few points.
Absolutely. But Linköping should try to pressure that, because that's the second point in a row that Ogres made using that exact throw from the left-hand end zone cone all the way across into a toe-in. And remember, point cap here is only 11, so 2 more points to go for Ogres.
Oh.
And a bricked pull.
This pull landed out of bounds, so it is out of pulling rules, even if we're indoors in Stockholm. So you can brick this one.
Yep. And this leaves Linköping in a nice position. They're going to...
But then somebody will have to cut, and Herman Nilsson.
Very unfortunate drop there by Herman Nilsson.
Yeah.
He was wide open and probably started focusing a bit on what to do next.
And a nice curved pass over all defenders.
Yeah.
To number
89,
which is, now we have to see, Haris Dombrovskis.
Yeah, wide open in the end zone.
Yeah.
Now it is match point for Ogres, and it's a very hard uphill battle for Linköping to take on.
It felt a bit like Linköping didn't know who would cut first. And then Herman Nilsson took the opportunity to cut.
Yeah.
But by that time, everybody was already so confused that it was just a confusing situation.
Yeah, he did not seem to be expecting the disc, and if you're not expecting it, it's hard to catch it.
So Linköping will need a quick point, so that the point is not, the time is not running out during, and they put it into space.
With Joel Stenberg coming in to clean up the miscommunication, just running it down.
Was it a miscommunication though, or was that a like amazing vision of Joachim Jenfer? Nah, probably.
I think it's a miscommunication. I think he wanted the 7 cut from number 17 there. I think he wanted theirs because Joel is barely...
Yeah, and you also see Edvin Almqvist reacting to it, so it looked like he realized that this was a miscommunication, but luckily they have Joel Stenberg, number 9.
Yeah.
That is also ready to pull now.
And this time they are crossing over. They are running their entire O-line more or less. With Joel Stenberg, Ollie Gray on.
Yeah, they really need this D.
And
let's see whether they can contest this one, this long one. And it's very hard to tell here in the hall, or...
it's judged as a turnover.
Yeah, it looked like it was D. Well, they were also running out of meters.
Yeah. Nice team by number 7, Joachim Jensjö there. Linköping is going to need to use this. Now, time has gone out, so an Ogres score, well, it's match point either way. Linköping needs to score here to stay alive in the game, and they're gonna...
Yeah, but they're not in a hurry, so what they have to do is really to calm down the game and trust Ollie Gray.
Exactly.
That's all you have to do.
I was expecting the deep throw to go up for him earlier, but they did have a bit more conservative play style right now, which I think is good. And back to Joel Stenberg. And are they going to put it up? They are going to put it up for Ollie Gray, who just misses the disc there.
He was too fast for the live stream even. We couldn't see it, but we could see it live here.
Yeah.
So Linköping, that have to take this D one more time. And Ogre with a chance to finish the game.
A split stack from Ogre. It looks like they want someone deep, and they do send someone deep, but the disc does not come. Okay, Ogre with the possession, looking to get the game.
Oh, and another of the Scubas, and it was very nicely defended, but Ogre, they know each other, they know each other's Scubers.
Yeah.
Or at least this is what it looks like. I don't know whether they know each other. But I guess so.
The run, so very close now to score. Remember, this is for the game. So let's see how patient they are, and not patient, but still a score. And Ogres take this game 11-7 over Linköping.
With Rainer Splinter with a goal that is leading them to victory.
Yeah. So now this means Ogres move on to the quarterfinal in the bracket 9-16. And Linköping drop down and joins me in the pool at the bottom. So far it's us. And then we'll find out who the other teams down here are later on.
Thank you so much for watching this game. We should also give a shout out to the Flip Up Collective that are streaming this live stream. And we will have so much more to come.
Absolutely. The tournament is barely halfway at this point. And get ready for the exciting end matches tomorrow.
Yeah, or just get ready for the next game. And I think Christian will come in as well.
Yeah, I'll be staying on, and I will be joined by Hannes, also from Uppsala. We'll see you soon.